Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Kayla, this is Ivy, and it's time to crack into a good book. So today's video is actually just going to be a discussion about the Shadow and Bone show. So I've read the books, it's been a few years, Ivy has not. So yeah, I mean, there is no structure to this. Really, it's just going to be a fun discussion video. Before we get started, leave a bone emoji in the comments if that exists. To let me know that you're here. I don't know. I don't know what emojis are available.
Do the dancing Kirby thing from the 90s. Not 90s.
What?
You know the dancing Kirby you can do with like less than equals than and some parentheses where he just...
No.
Go both ways. Oh, you never seen it?
No, I don't. Maybe. I don't know.
Oh,
anyway.
I'll show you. But anyway.
Okay. So, I guess just some...
I'll find this video and comment it.
Yes. Non-spoilery things to start. What did you think of the show?
I thought it was good. It wasn't great. I've read plenty of YA stuff, but not much in recent years. Probably the last YA series I read was probably Hunger Games. I understand it's probably going to be a more surface level story. It's kind of just easing you into the tropes of storytelling. It's my idea of, or the separation between YA and just adult fantasy. But it's good, not great. I don't regret watching it, but I wouldn't necessarily recommend it to every friend. Like some friends I would recommend, like Tiffany, I'd tell straight up just watch it. But yeah, other people might be a bit more of a with caveats. So
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I think... So, for the books, the Grisha trilogy, or I guess Grisha trilogy, I think I rated all of them 3 stars. Like, they were fun, very quick and easy to read, but, like, not super memorable. I did not like the Six of Crows duology all that much. I don't remember what I rated those, but I just remember being so bored. And I know that's a very unpopular opinion here on BookTube, but, like, just not a fan. So I'm actually surprised that I enjoyed the show so much more. Like, I think they did a good job, especially involving the Six of Crows storyline. Like, I think they did that in a really interesting way, and I'm glad that they did it like this because I thought that was just much more fun. And
it was also good casting.
It was good casting.
All the characters were pretty likable and believable.
Yeah, so I think overall, given the choice, I would say watch the show actually instead of reading the books. But again, they're very popular on BookTube, so like do what you want, I guess. But I think for me, it was much more enjoyable to consume this show.
I thought the effects were good too.
Yeah, I think they did a good job with that. Like the shadow folds, that looked pretty good, and then just like the
magic representations looked good, and the monsters.
Yeah.
Not hokey.
Yeah. So then, yeah, I guess we'll jump into some spoilery thoughts here. Let's start with the characters, how about? What did you think of the characters? Who was your favorite?
The goat.
Yes, Milo the goat. 10 out of 10. Would recommend the goat.
Favorite is probably Knife Girl.
Inej.
Yeah. Or the Mender lady, her handler mentor when she got to the palace.
Oh, what? I don't remember what her name is.
Yeah. She conflicted.
That lady.
Trying to do her best in a not necessarily a helpful role, but
yeah.
She's
interesting.
The main characters are all a little surface. Mal is... He didn't really even need dialogue. He could just... You get it.
Okay, so I actually thought that show Mal was, like, infinitely better than book Mal. Like, I
mean, he's cute.
Well, I feel like I just, liked their relationship a lot more here and, actually believed that they were friends, and it was motivating to see them together.
I didn't have a problem with him, yeah.
Book Mal is just incredibly bland and boring and, kind of is shitty to Alina sometimes, I think. But, yeah, so, in the books, I actually rooted for Dark Lena and was, here for that relationship. But, obviously I think in the show, it makes a lot more sense to go with Mal because he is a lot nicer and not, super awful to Alina. But, the Darkling, I mean, that actor is attractive. But, yeah, I think in the show, I was not really rooting for them as much to be together.
Well, they only let the ambiguity of, him being a good guy linger for, half an episode. They really... you're pretty sure, he wears all black. He's clearly a good guy. He's the only dude who wears black.
He's got shadow powers.
Yeah, exactly. The creepy necromancer dude who happens to be pretty. Oh, he's clearly good. Oh, surprise! But he was a good character. I mean, but like I said, they didn't give him being a good guy much time to breathe, which I think is fair because we were talking before, like, I read some stuff, mostly about the show. It's like, I think in the book, her relationship with him was a little more problematic leaning. I don't know. There's a power imbalance
Yeah,
there.
there's definitely a power imbalance.
So I think they kind of cut that off fairly early after really just the one kiss in his chambers or whatever, where they got interrupted. And then after that, she kind of immediately figured out sort of what was up, and it was gone. So there wasn't really much time for it to get uncomfortable, I guess.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember it in the book. Like, I think there's a lot more manipulation, and it definitely goes on for a bit.
She's just naive, and that's part of why I didn't... Part of why it's not my favorite characters, because a lot of things she's doing is like, come on, just fill in the blanks a little bit here. Like, oh, no, he's not writing me back because he hates me. No, that's...
Oh my god, I know,
that's
right?
the 14-year-old girl in you talking.
Well,
just
like,
think of other explanations.
Yeah, like, obviously they are controlling your mail. Come on. So that was definitely dumb.
And I always hate, or I don't always hate, but sometimes stories rely on conflicts that are created because characters won't have a simple conversation that would probably be the first thing you would ask.
Miscommunication is like my least favorite trope. I hate that. It's just so stupid. Like, just talk.
And they didn't do that too long, but for, when he first ran into her, they were mad at each other for a bit, and it's like, why isn't that the first thing you say? Like, I wrote you letters. Oh, I wrote you letters. Huh, so what happened? Instead of, you're lying person I've trusted more than anyone else my entire life. Yeah. So, it didn't overstay its welcome completely, but didn't love relying on sort of miscommunication to create the conflict there.
Yeah.
There's not really a natural... I don't think there's a natural way to create conflict between Mal and Alina. They just seem like they would hug and forget everything.
Yeah, I feel like those characters were probably my least favorite. Like, I was actually really surprised. I much preferred the crows in general. Like, Inej, like, I already liked her in the books, despite, like, generally not enjoying the books. I think Inej was still pretty interesting to me. I really liked her here. I also liked Jesper, I think is his... Jesper?
He's alright. He's a little...
I liked him.
He's a little too winky at the camera for me. But it's enjoyable.
And then I also liked Ina and Matthias.
Who's Matthias?
He's the, like, witch hunter dude.
Oh, yeah.
I think they were pretty funny. I think just generally the crows brought in a lot more humor to the storyline.
Yeah.
Which was surprising. And I think, like, most of this storyline was kind of, I think, made up for this story. Like, or they were trying to involve the crows in this tale with Alina, but I think in the books they're, like, going after somebody else or something. So it's different, but I'm glad that they did it this way because I think that was just much more interesting to see everybody interact together.
I also liked his two soldier friends, even though they got did dirty.
Yeah.
They were enjoyable in their brief.
Yeah.
The world seems kind of interesting. The Total Warhammer 3 has been teasing like a Russian ice race, so I think the whole sort of parallels to like Eastern European Soviet culture could be kind of more interesting to, just like see the propaganda posters and stuff that they've got going on to cover up the famine that they've lived. Well, I don't know how long's the Fold been there? Like 50 years?
Oh, I don't remember.
Like they're clearly used to it.
I think it's been a while.
Yeah, clearly there's some suppressing the masses going on and forced conscription for everyone and rationing and all that. So.
Yeah, I don't know. I like the magic, and I think the world is pretty interesting. Like, I think the Fold itself is an interesting concept, especially like all the creatures in there. And I liked the different types of magic, and I liked that there are different like categories, I guess, and that their robes signify which category and specialty, I guess, that they belong to. Like,
how many creatures are there?
It's really just like I think the Vogue. I don't know. That's not
the
right.
initial. Like,
what are they called?
Soldiers that he put. Well, no. Like how many? Like
how many?
Yeah, I know it's the one type of creature, but how many of them?
Well, I think in the books it like takes over like entire villages and stuff. So there's a good number of them.
I was gonna say it seems like you get a lot of long pointy sticks, even if you don't have ammo. You get enough organized pointy stick people. I feel like you could fight your way through.
Yeah. Oh. Speaking of that, what did you think of that like train situation through the Fold?
That's silly.
Well, I was like, now who was laying down train tracks here? Like, how did that even come about?
Well, it was probably old, eh?
Well, I don't know.
Well, yeah, we just watched Snowpiercer, which is a similar Ridiculous. Pay no attention to how the train got here. It's just central to the storyline.
That's right. Yeah, no, I think that was ridiculous, but it did let us have Milo, so I'm.
That was a good scene.
Yeah.
The in the train fighting the dudes off was a good. That was one of the more memorable scenes.
Yeah.
I feel bad for the girl that was like the body double. That got her
Oh yeah,
slit.
that sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, sucks for
Sucks
her. It's true. So, like, with Alina, I think she is really kind of judgmental about what's her face, her, like...
Rival? Girl?
No, the, her, like, friend girl who's, like, the makeup artist, whatever her powers was, I can't remember.
So she can just, like, repair scars and stuff.
Well, I think
Which
she...
one are you talking about?
Yeah, that girl who, like...
The one I said I liked.
Yeah. Yeah, well, so I think Alina's kind of like, how dare you betray me, but... It's like she's in a...
How dare you not read between the lines, where it's like, you should have expected she was going to betray you. That's
like...
Yeah.
I don't know, I mean, obviously the Darkling's going to have spies working for him, but, like, also she is... Like, I think the general story was, like, she had been basically, like, sexually abused by the king, and, like, obviously she does not want that to continue, and, like, wants to take revenge on that. And I feel like Alina was just not very understanding of that.
Yeah. And clearly, yeah, you can, like, looking at her actions... If you just, I don't know if this would be easy for Alina to do, but looking at her actions from the outside, it's clearly like she was asked to do some bad things, and she did it in the most considerate way possible, where she's really just trying to shield her more than harm her. But yeah, it feels to me like it's just as much Alina's fault for trusting people too much, which was kind of victim blaming, but whatever. she was manipulated, but
well, I think
she should have known better.
Yeah, I think she was just naive. Like, I don't know. Looking at it from, I guess, the outside point of view, it's like, I mean, sure, like, obviously you should be a little bit on your guard and not just willingly trust everybody.
Well, and the thing is, she was super on guard, like, at first. She didn't trust, they kind of made a point to emphasize she didn't really trust anybody. But then, 2 days later, cool, I trust you all completely.
Yeah.
The mean girl that tried to get with Mal, she was redeemed.
The wind girl. Yeah.
She's alright.
What was her name? I'm so bad at remembering names, but the...
Meghan Trainor.
Huh?
Meghan Trainor.
No. The one girl with the wind powers, whatever her name is.
She tried to hit on Mal very early on, and then clearly resented Alina, and she attacked Alina in the first practice. She was kind of a natural rival. I don't know why I forgot the word rival. But, yeah, then she turned out to...
I feel like she is the most...
See the light.
Most, like, trustworthy of everybody there, because, like, her
character, her growth is natural.
It's easier to trust somebody who just, like, doesn't pretend to like you, I guess. Like, everybody else is kind
Same
of...
Same with the Matthias, dude. I mean, they really only had each other, but it's more of a begrudging. You trust it more.
Yeah.
It's harder to fake that.
Yeah. But she is interesting, and yeah.
Or if you're gonna fake it, why would you not just
pretend
go
like,
completely? Yeah. 6.5 to 7 out of 10.
So, okay. I feel like I enjoyed it a little more than that, but yeah. I mean, it's not perfect, but it was... I had a good time with it.
Yeah, I didn't regret watching it. I'll watch season... There's going to be season 2, right?
Yeah, there are... I mean, I assume that they're probably going to do all 3 books. Oh, what did you think of the stag situation?
It was cool looking. It looked like Pokemon. It looks like not Yveltal, Xerneas.
Yeah.
Fairy deer
Yeah.
Pokemon.
That makes sense. Yeah, that was interesting. Like, I don't remember exactly what it was in the book, but, like, how they, like, put the antlers in her skin. That was crazy looking.
Weird.
And I just, like, kind of hated the, like, how the Darkling put the bone shard or whatever in his hand. Like, I just did not love watching that, but...
Yeah, let's do a smaller part. Smaller little bit there. Seemed like...
Yeah, I don't know.
It seemed kind of slapdash.
But there are other creatures that they will be looking for in the future books. But yeah, so
There's like 850 of them now.
Yeah. Thank you. Not having read the books, where do you predict the story will go?
I mean, they kind of set it up for like a sort of RPG type. There's a party of heroes journeying, Fellowship of the Ring to get her what she needs to be able to destroy the fold, while the Darkling brings sort of all his stormtroopers down.
We're mixing all sorts of genres in books here.
There's an evil empire.
Yeah.
in power, and then there's a small group of resistance heroes who are carrying the light. The one lady cleric type deal.
We'll save
Fight
the
away
day.
the darkness.
Yeah. Do you
So
think
it's kind of tropey, but it's a trope I like. It's basically what Dragonlance and there's at least a story of the two GameCube Wii Fire Emblem games. It's the same basic idea. It's like a small group of young teenage rebels, and there's one girl who has like light powers. Yeah.
interesting? I didn't know that. That's kind of cool.
Yeah. Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn.
Do you think anybody will die, or do you think everybody will just make it?
Well,
to
somebody's
the
gonna
end?
die. Mal probably dies. I don't know.
What do
And
you
the
think?
main crow dude is gonna sacrifice himself at some point.
He's my least favorite character.
Yeah, he's not.
I
great.
never liked him
Fine,
at all.
but,
Yeah, he sucks.
But yeah, if anyone, those would be my two bets for who dies. I don't think any of the girls are gonna die. They're kind of untouchable.
If you could choose one of the magic powers, which would you choose?
I'm always a fire guy, but the healing seems pretty useful.
Yeah, right? That's what I would
feel like
choose.
that,
Yeah,
yeah.
there's like, I mean, I think there's two different categories. So Kat from Brews and Reviews did like a really great breakdowns of all of these things. And naturally, I do not remember anything. But anyway, I think there are two different types of, like, the healer types.
Can you mix
There's
and
like
match?
the more, what?
Can you mix and match?
No.
Okay.
So there's more like the healer type, and then there's like the heart renders, which have like I'm gonna stop your heart. Like that seems.
And they can kind of manipulate your moods and feelings.
Yeah, I mean, like they could just manipulate your body. That seems
But you've gotta
really
be-
useful.
But with the caveat that you have to like touch someone and have them kind of.
No, I mean, because remember there were like guys who were just like you just have to like sight and like you have to have your hands free, and they like kind of like do like a twisty move and like heart crunch.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I still think the healing is probably the most useful.
We've got to have a healer.
Yeah. Stand in the back of all the meat shield and then clean
Of
up
other
after them.
tanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, usually I go for the offensive powers, but not this time.
Yeah, I feel like healing is always a useful ability. Anything else? Any last minute words?
No, I don't think so. I think it's...
Milo is definitely the best though.
Yeah.
10 out of 10. Would adopt Milo.
Yeah.
He's cute. Okay, well, I think that'll do it for this little discussion about Shadow and Bone. I think, yeah, like I would watch the show over reading the book. I guess let us know in the comments what you thought of this discussion and if you've read or watched the show. And I guess that's it. So I do have a Discord channel if you want to join that. The link is in the description below. We hope you're all having an excellent day and are reading something awesome. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to give it a big thumbs up as that would certainly help me out. But with that, I think we're going to wrap it up here and see you in the next one.
Bye, everybody. Creepy eyeless wyvern emoji.
I don't think so.
Damn! It's like a ketsu. It's like the ugly monster in...
Oh, yeah.
Chicken. The featherless chicken with penis head. That's a good way to start.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Monster Hunter. If you guys want more featherless chickens with penis heads, like and subscribe. Mash that like button with your face.
Oh,
Penis like or otherwise.
Alright, well.
Hashtag content.
Sorry, Greg.
This is what I bring. This is what I bring to the channel.
Alright.